you're ready to take the plunge into home ownership, you've come to the right place. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Property Ladder. My name is Krishnaz, and I'm a realtor in Toronto. Whether you're a first-time buyer or a seasoned homeowner, understanding the process is key to being fully prepared. This guide is intended to walk you through the entire process, step by step, to ensure you have all of the information you need to make the right decisions along the way. So let's explore all of the steps from start to finish. The first step in the home buying process is getting your finances in order. This includes staying on top of your credit and saving for your down payment and closing costs. The down payment is the portion of the purchase price that you put down yourself. The minimum down payment required in Canada for a home priced under $1 million is 5% of the first $500,000, followed by 10% of the remainder. For homes priced $1 million or more, the minimum down payment required is 20% of the purchase price. Let's look at examples for properties both under and over $1 million. For a home priced at $600,000, the minimum down payment required is 5% of the first $500,000, which is $25,000, followed by 10% of the remaining $100,000, which is $10,000. Total amounting to $35,000 on a home priced at $600,000. For a home priced at $1 million, the minimum required is 20%, which is $200,000. The remaining balance of your purchase price is obtained in the form of a mortgage and determined by a mortgage broker. Having a larger down payment to put down can be beneficial to a buyer in a couple of ways. It reduces the size of your mortgage, thereby reducing your monthly payments and the overall interest you would have to pay over the life of your mortgage. It also determines how much you pay in the form of mortgage insurance. A down payment of less than 20% is subject to it, whereas a down payment of 20% or more exempts you from the mortgage insurance altogether. If you are a first-time home buyer, saving for a down payment can be extremely challenging. To help with this, there are government programs available, such as the RSP Homebuyers plan, which lets each buyer withdraw up to $35,000 from the RSP for a home purchase tax-free, a total of $70,000 per couple. While these withdrawals are not considered taxable income, they do need to be repaid within 15 years. Another program is the First-Time Homebuyer Savings Account, which is specifically designed to help Canadians save for their first home purchase without having to dip into their RSPs. It allows you to contribute up to $8,000 per year, $40,000 over your lifetime, and is tax deductible. Unlike your RSP withdrawals, these withdrawals do not need to be repaid. Aside from the down payment, the other big one you need to save for are your closing costs. Often overlooked by buyers, these can certainly throw a wrench in your finances if you haven't budgeted for it. Closing costs are the total fees paid on closing, or what we call the end of the transaction. These include but are not limited to land transfer taxes, legal fees ranging from $700 to $2,000, home insurance depending on the size of your property, title insurance of about $500, and adjustments or reimbursements made to the seller for any prepaid costs. In terms of land transfer taxes, if you buy in Ontario, you're required to pay a provincial tax. If you buy in Toronto, you're also required to pay a municipal tax. These are calculated based on the purchase price of your property, can range from 0.5% to 2.5%. The silver lining here is that if you are a first-time home buyer, you can qualify for a provincial rebate of up to $4,000 and up to $4,475 on the municipal rebate. Generally speaking, we always advise buyers to budget between 2.5 and 4% of the purchase price to be kept aside for your closing costs. Once you have your down payment saved, it's time to get pre-approved for a mortgage. This is a crucial step before starting your home search. It involves working with a lender to determine the loan amount you qualify for and your maximum purchase price. Mortgage pre-approval is free and doesn't commit you to a single lender. In addition to your budget, it gives you the chance to find out important information, such as the interest rates available to you and your monthly payments. If you like the mortgage rate and lender, you can always lock in that rate for up to 120 days. Once you have the required documents, such as your proof of income, debt, credit check, and banking statements, the pre-approval process can be completed fairly quickly. Finally, the fun part, house hunting. With your mortgage pre-approval in hand, you're ready to work with a real estate agent and begin your home search. You do have the option to do this without a realtor. However, having a knowledgeable agent in your corner who knows the ins and outs of the micro market, is guiding you step by step, and negotiating on your behalf can make the process smoother and less daunting than having to do it all on your own, especially as a first-time home buyer. Additionally, they help connect you to other professionals needed during the process, such as a home inspector and a lawyer who will help take you to the finish line. The offer process also comes with a ton of paperwork and coordination between many parties. A realtor helps streamline the process and ensure ensures that your deal closes smoothly. Once you have an agent locked in by your side, it's time to start your search. When looking for a home, consider not just your current needs, but also how these needs may evolve over time. Important factors to consider before setting your criteria are location, the type of home, whether it's a detached, a condo, or a townhouse, size and square footage, features such as parking, a backyard, amenities, school district, so on and so forth. Since you have a set budget, evaluate your requirements to meet your affordability. Make a list of your must-haves and attributes that you're flexible with to further streamline your search. Your agent can set you up for listings that fit your criteria and schedule showings for your places of interest. When you go for these showings, make sure to not just check out the properties, but also explore the neighborhoods. Take a look at the amenities if it's a condo building, speak to the current residents to learn how well the building is managed, chat with the neighbors to learn more about the community and culture. The more you see, the more you'll know what you don't want. You've been painstakingly searching and found a home that's perfect for you. What's next? Well, it's time to make an offer. The offer process is both exciting and nerve-wracking. Your real estate agent will help you draft a competitive offer, taking into account market conditions and comparable sales. If your housing market is hot, you may not be the only buyer to submit an offer. In Ontario, your offer must be in writing and will form the agreement of purchase and sale. This is a legally binding document which contains your offer price, your deposit amount, which is typically 5% of the purchase price, the closing date, which is the date you take possession, and inclusions you want with the home, such as appliances or fixtures. You may also include specific conditions in your offer that need to be met for the deal to go through. These conditions typically included are financing, a home inspection, and a status certificate review if it's a condo property. The conditional period generally runs for 5 business days and allows the buyer time to complete their due diligence. A financing condition is when the offer is conditional upon the buyer securing their mortgage. It shouldn't be an issue if you are pre-approved, but it is a safeguard if your mortgage doesn't come through. A home inspection condition is when the offer is conditional upon the buyer getting a home inspection on the property. If the inspector uncovers anything problematic, you have the option to either negotiate and get the seller to rectify the issues, shave some money off the price, or back out of the deal. A status certificate condition is when the offer is conditional upon your lawyer's review. This condition is only applicable when buying properties that are condo apartments or condo townhomes. A status certificate is a document that contains the financial and legal health of a condo corporation. It's usually a few hundred pages long and contains important rules, regulations, rights, and obligations that every condo owner must know. Part of the status certificate is specific to the unit you are purchasing, and part of it is specific to the condo corporation as a whole. What you are looking for is any indication of poor financial management, a satisfactory reserve fund, massive hikes in condo fees, any litigation, and if the condo owner is in default of their monthly payments. Once your agent has submitted your offer, the seller can accept it, reject it, or sign back a counter offer. Negotiations may follow, and once both parties agree, it's time to move to the next step. Once your offer is accepted, you will need to put down a deposit on the home within 24 hours. The deposit is a smaller upfront amount, which is a part of the overall down payment, and as a rule of thumb is typically 5% of the purchase price. These funds are held in a brokerage or lawyer's trust account up until closing. The purpose of the deposit is to show the buyer's good faith and intention to complete the transaction. Once the deposit has been made, the buyer is now in the conditional period. During this time, the buyer can have their mortgage agent secure their financing, get a home inspection done by a qualified inspector, and have their lawyer review the status certificate. Once these conditions have been met, the sale is now sold firm. If any of the agreed upon conditions aren't met and you need to walk away from the deal, you'll get your deposit back, but only under those conditions. The offer is firm, and now it's just a matter of waiting for your closing date. During this final phase of your purchase, your realtor, lawyer, and mortgage agent will coordinate in helping close the deal. The lender will conduct a final review and may perform an appraisal to confirm the value of the property. Once approved, you'll sign the mortgage documents. Your lawyer will begin the transfer of ownership, be in touch with the seller's lawyer, and send you a final statement of the funds required from you on possession. These consist of your remaining down payment and closing costs. Your closing costs are the total fees paid by the buyer at the end of the transaction. These are your legal fees, land transfer taxes, title insurance, and any adjustments or reimbursements made to the seller for any prepaid costs. Generally speaking, we advise buyers to keep aside between 2 to 4% of your purchase price for your closing costs. Finally, we've made it to closing day. Closing day is the day you get the keys to your new home. On this day, your mortgage lender will supply the remaining balance of the purchase price. You sign the property transfer documents with your lawyer and hand over the remaining down payment. Your lawyer will hold all of these funds in trust and transfer them where they need to go. Once the legal and financial obligations have been completed, congratulations, the keys are released and you are now a homeowner. And there you have it, the home buying process in Canada. Remember, each journey is unique, so having a knowledgeable team by your side can make all of the difference. If you have any questions or would like to chat further, you can set up a call at the link in the description. If you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching Property Ladder. Until next time.